Yes, my name is Maria Olivo. I live in California. I started with your program in September. I decided to do it. I started to do it when the shutdown started. I wanted to try giving up meat. And so I basically taking away chicken first, then beef, and then I continued on. I tried to give up fish. That was like the hardest thing. And so I decided to sign up with your program to see if there's anything I can learn from you.
So you're saying last year when the whole pandemic, that's when you decided to go vegan? That's what you're saying?
Yes, because where I live, the meat just kind of just disappeared. And I always kind of wanted to try to give up meat. So I thought it was just going to be a good time. We were all at home anyway, so I decided to challenge myself and I started giving up meat. And at the same time, the gyms were shut down, so I had to start working out at home. So I found your site on Instagram and I was interested and decided to give it a try.
Oh, cool. Now before we go into my program, like what made you decide to like go plant-based? Like, yeah, you saw no meat and you're just like, hey, I want to go vegan, something I always want to do. Like, what was the real why? Like, what made you make that switch at that moment?
I've always had a thing in the back of my mind that I wanted to give it meat because I was such an animal lover. But it was just hard for me to do. Everyone around me eats meat. And I also like to work out and stay fit. And I thought protein, the main sources of protein was from, animal products. And I didn't know how to give that up and still continue to live, like still work out and maintain that athletic type physique.
Okay. Now, once you decided to go vegan or when you were transitioning, what were some of the issues that you faced before you're like, you know what, I want to join Corinne?
Oh, when I gave up meat, I kind of lost my my muscle, like my muscle mass. I gained some weight back. I was feeling sluggish. So that's why the only protein I didn't give up was fish. I kind of just stuck onto that for a while. I tried different types of proteins, different type of plant-based proteins. That just wasn't doing it. And then right before I signed up to you, I didn't have any type of muscle mass, and I thought I was gaining a little bit more weight. I didn't know how to balance between the carbs and the proteins, or how much to even consume, or where to even get protein, basically.
So technically you went vegan / pescatarian, right? Just using fish for protein. And you noticed that you were getting fatter. That's what you're saying? And you lost muscle.
Yes. Yes. I started gaining some weight and I lost muscle.
Why didn't you quit like other ex-vegans? Like, this isn't working, this just sucks. I'm going to eat meat again. Why didn't you quit?
I just really wanted to give it my all. I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to give it my all. And I thought I'd give it a year. We're already at home. So I said, I'll give it a year to see how it works. And it happened. I couldn't even believe that I gave it up for a year. And so I decided if I can do this for a year, I started researching online and all these vegan bodybuilders. I saw a documentary online with all the vegan bodybuilders that were doing it. So it's possible. I just needed the right direction, the right path. And so that's when I started researching and I landed upon your page.
True. So technically you're saying like you didn't die, right?
Yeah. And it's possible.
Yeah. And you're like, I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. Yeah. My aesthetics isn't where I want it to be.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at other people with great aesthetics and they're able to do it, right? Now, why me? Why Body HD? Why Corinne? Like, why me in particular versus anyone else that's out there?
Your page just jumped out to me. You're entertaining. You have all these fun recipes online. You show your before and after clients that you have, and these aren't athletes. These aren't like football players that were already vegan. These were just regular people, someone like me that started, from zero, and then you build that, and they got somewhere. And that's what I really wanted. Every time I go online, I already see someone that's already in that physique or was already vegan, like they were born a vegan. I needed someone that knew how to transform someone that was a meat eater and slowly convert them into plant-based. That's why I chose you.
True. Now, once you chose me, what was some of the pain points? Like, what were some of the things that you were trying to seek through the program?
I wanted to build, the main thing I want to do is just build muscle, get more energy, and try to sustain a certain lifestyle. And you even said in your introduction, you weren't always vegan, and you were in the military, and you shared this touching story about how you gave up meat, and so that touched me. And I said, hey, if he can do it, and he's helping other people do it, why not? Your story was relatable. The clients that you took on relatable, and they had the same goals as I wanted. So I thought maybe that might be able to help me.
Awesome. And what was some of the things that was most helpful in the program?
The most helpful was you giving me the right amount, the right sources of proteins. I was eating beans all day, nonstop. Black beans and garbanzo beans was my source of protein. That was it. That's all I went towards. But then you started teaching me about tofu and seitan and tempeh, and I started mixing those up. And you said those don't have much carbs, add more of this. And right when I started adding those into my recipes, and you gave me some of your supplements, it actually gave me more energy. So it's basically, you said I wasn't eating enough protein, and so I add that on, and that was like in a week, I had a lot of energy in your program. I started lifting more. I wanted to work out more. I wasn't as lazy as I was when I started plant-based. So that was really the key point, was just the path. You gave me the macros, you gave me the calories, you gave me the right things to eat. And it's delicious. It wasn't like I was eating grass all day. It was a lot of variety. So that's what really worked for me. I wasn't starving or anything.
Nice. Now, how much weight did you lose? Like, what were some of your results throughout the program?
I lost about 8 pounds. I started in September, so I lost 8 pounds until I think it was 4 months. And my goal was to tone up, lose some body fat and tone up and go back to that kind of athletic-ish physique while I was eating meat. And I got that. I reached that goal. And now I'm right now trying to maintain that physique and maybe tone up just a little bit more, like gain a little bit more mass.
Now, I know most students usually lose a lot more. Like, I have people that will lose a lot more like weight within that type of period of time. Why do you think it took you to like only 8? Why do you think it took you only technically only 2 months to lose the 8 pounds, and then you gained weight on the other 2 months? Like, what do you think the reason was that for? If you understand.
Well, I've been always on the thin side. I was at like 107, and I wasn't trying to lose any weight. I just wanted to gain muscle. I've always been on the thinner side. I just wanted to have that more athletic toned physique. So I just lost a little bit just to get me to where I needed to be to lose the amount of fat I needed to lose. And the goal was to gain the weight back slowly, but with muscle. And so my goal was never to lose like a significant amount of weight, because I've always been on the thinner side anyway, but just on that scrawny, skinny fat kind of side, I guess you could say. But yeah. But my intention was never to lose massive weight. I just wanted to get toned, lose the right amount, and then gain some muscle back. And I think I've reached that.
If someone was on the fence, right, and they wanted to join the program, do you have any words that you would tell them?
Yeah, I would say go for it. Because people always think they can do it by themselves. Well, I didn't have a map. I didn't have like a strategic plan. The reason why I chose you is I needed a plan. I needed to set some goals, and you need a coach to do that. If you don't have any background knowledge, you don't know where you're going. It's like blind leading the blind. So I would say try it out, give it a couple months, and if it suits you, then continue. Because no one can do it without someone that knows what they're doing, and obviously you know what you're doing. So I'd say just go for it. And people go to the gym and try to lose weight, try to eat right, but they never really get the right results unless they get a professional coach. So that's why I say go for it. You already have a coach. They'll tell you what to eat. They set up a nutrition plan. They even give you a workout plan, and not even just at the gym. You give workouts planned for stuff you can do at home. So basically you have the full package. At the gym, you got to pay for a coach. Then you got to pay for a nutritionist, and then you got to pay for extra classes. Why not just go to a specific person or program that has everything built up for you? And that's why I also decided to go to you, because it was just one whole, and you also have supplements that you provide, and a coach that checks up on you and makes you accountable every week, so you definitely stay on point, and your program helps people stay on track. And that's why I would say just go for it. You have everything right here at your fingertips. You don't even have to leave your house. Everything's through your phone. So it's perfect.
You went that way, yeah. Pretty much, right?
Yes. Yes, that's perfect. First, I'd like to thank you for, inspiring a bunch of people and helping us and motivating us to continue and change into a plant-based lifestyle. And my coach, Paulius, he's been great this whole time. We've kept in touch every week. He's keep me on track. And he's really good, very friendly, very personable, and he lives across the world. And he'll wake up at I'll be up in the morning, he'll be up late at night, different time zones, but he's up, he's on time, motivated, and I'd like to give him a special shout out too. He's been really good.